Welcome to the Tom Bernard Podcast with the family with
co-host Kristyn Burtt,
Alex Bernard Rasmussen,
Andy Brant Bernard,
and Kristyn Burtt.
And Kristyn Burtt. Now we're talking.
Everyone's back.
Seeing some amazing things going on in the world right now with all this stuff that's happening. And
Governor Walz just announced he's not rerunning.
Yep, he's dropped out of the race.
And he blamed everybody else in the whole wide world except for him.
It's all your fault that I'm dropping
Trump was trying to make Minnesota a mean place, and he just can't stick around when everyone's so mean to him.
Okay, what I don't understand is even if you're like a super, I love one party over the other, and I just can't stand anything other than anything with my label on it. If you've got a governor who has seen, they're expecting it to be over $9 billion leave the state now.
Yep.
It could be much more, even if it was $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Only $1 billion.
And you have an administration that is just handing out money like candy. And they were caught back in 2015, I believe.
Yeah.
The Somali scam artists, the ring of scam artists that seem to be involved in all of these things. I don't know how many there are. I'm not saying all Somalis did this, but a lot of them did. And they were flying tens of millions of dollars out of the state of Minnesota back in 2015. It was reported on in the mainstream media.
Yep.
Nothing was ever done about any of it. And if you don't think as the governor that you should have an administration that would tell you this, or you didn't know, then you're probably the weakest, most ineffective leader that anyone can ever have. So blaming someone else for this is really kind of obscene.
It is, yeah. Well, I will tell you what. I'll just we're going to bring in, a really big person in this deal. Got a great political mind. Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to andybanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. No, I understand what you know what I've decided. Well, I've told you already that I didn't vote in the last election because Catherine got her ballot, but I never got mine. And then when I couldn't vote, I decided, you know what? This election is not about me or people in my generation. It's about the next generation
I think
or two.
It's about everybody.
Well, it is about
personally.
everybody.
But also, did you know in Minnesota you can just go in and get a ballot any old time you want, basically.
I really wish they wouldn't do that.
I could have vouched for you. I can vouch for up to 8 people with no ID and no papers, no nothing. I can just bring 8 people in with me and say they're voting. I vouch for them.
It is unbelievable. There's no question about it. But here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not a member of any party anymore, and I'm not going to vote anymore because, like I said, it's your world now, not mine. But I just I want to go around to Democrats and Republicans and say, what is it about somebody not agreeing with you or you don't like something they do that you want to hurt them so badly? I just don't understand that. Why are they so mean about it?
We've polarized absolutely everything. Cars, beer, everything's polarized.
I know everything.
Nothing's just beer.
It's exhausting. It's
exhausting.
Yeah.
It is. Just stop hurting people for to drive somebody out of their job or to ruin their lives or to tell their. Why do you want to hurt somebody that badly just because they don't agree with you? That's horrible. Don't you think?
It's a power trip, I guess.
I guess.
I just hate politics. I hate all of it now. Honestly, it's miserable from both sides, and even just the discourse, like even just reading that, it is exhausting.
It is exhausting.
It is. It's like you read comments and you're like, I'm like, leave me out of conversations when it comes to politics.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, would you please just stop hurting people for no reason? Would you even want to hurt someone? I'm a big enough guy, I suppose, and been big my whole life that I never wanted to hurt anybody.
Well, as you get older, the enemy list goes up. No.
That's real nice. But I mean, Andy and Alex, you're of a younger generation. And it's not just your generation that's doing it. Everybody's doing it. But why? Because I don't agree with you. You need to hurt me. What is that?
Tale as old as time.
Yeah.
But it's really bad now. You must admit it's much worse than it used to be.
It depends on where you go.
Yeah, look at Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus did
Well, look at Jesus.
Yeah.
America's
bad.
probably, it's worse than it's been for a while, probably since
Long
the
time.
60s, if I had to guess.
Well,
Yep.
a perfect example to me is, okay, so this Maduro guy
Yes.
that got
He was extradited or whatever.
extradited. There are all of these people. So many videos of Venezuelan people going up and asking these Trump is an international warlord now because they extracted him. They're saying, why do you like him? Well, he's their elected president. It's like, no, he's not their elected president. He stole an election and ousted the people that won by a landslide. One was a woman, so
Right.
here our girl boss stuff should be also mad.
Yeah.
And
Out of the girl
they-
boss.
Yeah, they won. They
yeah.
won by a landslide, but they just stole the election, and he just took power. And anybody that doesn't like him, he's actually got a 5-story torture chamber building.
I know.
He's horrible. And these people are like, well, I didn't know that. I didn't know the Venezuelan people didn't like him. I saw it on Reddit. I saw this on Reddit. That's why I'm down here protesting.
Oh, God.
They just
They
go
don't
to
even
Trump
know-
didn't like him, therefore he must be good.
Well, Biden had a $25 million bounty on his head.
Yeah?
I mean, it's not like
But they don't know
anybody
that
liked him.
No.
Yeah, they talked about that this morning on the national news, that Biden had put a $25 million bounty on him.
Yeah.
But nobody ever could track him down, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's only a few states in the world that recognize the, I guess, what is now former Venezuelan government as legitimate.
Right.
There's like 4 or 5 countries in the entire world. Everyone else thinks it's illegitimate.
Okay, because Southern Florida here, there's been many cities that have had huge celebrations, so happy because
yeah.
there's so many Venezuelans that
Yeah.
fled to Southern Florida.
Yeah.
And they're thrilled to death about this. But somebody who has a Reddit post knows better. I mean, they were eating dogs. They were
Yes,
starving.
they were
They
eating
were eating
dogs.
Not until you
zoo
try it.
animals.
Yeah, don't knock it till you try it. A dog
How-
might be good. You'd get over
But
it.
how can you? I mean, it's like, how do it's the arrogance of these people
Yes,
that think
yep.
that they actually know something that's going on because they read a Reddit post.
It's that college student mindset. You know absolutely everything and everyone else is
Yeah.
dumb.
Well, we're in an era of a lack of reading comprehension and critical
Oh,
thinking.
yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
and that is going to be a continuing issue in our society. That's going
When
to
a lot of people think that we are now at war with Venezuela, like Trump just like unilaterally declared war, but that's not even close. We're not at war.
Nope.
We
No.
just aren't.
No.
But people think that we are now in a war.
Well,
But-
unfortunately, when you had people vacationing in the Caribbean, the way the message was delivered to a lot of people vacationing in the Caribbean as to why the airspace was closed, it was delivered as the U.S. bombed Venezuela.
Oh,
Whether it was
that's-
I saw
yeah.
it plenty,
Yeah, it's
like
not
cruise
good.
ships, hotel, and again, it's just the way the message is delivered. It's a game of telephone of like why the
Yeah.
airspace is closed and everything else, and then everyone jumps on TikTok to say I can't fly home from my holiday vacation because X, Y, Z, and then if that's where people are getting their news. They're not going to go. They're not going to go to the New York Times. They're not going to go to USA Today. They're not going to read up on the situation. It
No.
just becomes a game of social media telephone. So.
Well,
Yes.
Andy Jacobson is making a good point. He said Obama took out Syrian regime, and
Oh, yeah,
nobody.
Bush took out a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I think
This
Clinton
happens-
even took out people.
Yeah.
This is just like
Yeah,
what
they did. Yeah,
countries
they
do. Yeah.
So why is everybody so upset about this one? They all do it.
Because Trump did it.
Yeah.
I guess so much just 'cause
Seriously.
he did it. I guess.
I mean, personally,
know.
I'm anti-interventionist. I would rather,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'd rather
Yeah.
we just stay out of these places. And it's like, if they want to be shitty, then let them be shitty. Who cares?
Yeah.
Not
I
our
don't
problem.
know. I mean, when people are starving like that, and they were torturing children, anybody. You could never protest. You couldn't do it. This guy was a really bad guy.
He is.
I mean, he
I
was,
think
but we have
too-
starving children in America. Why don't we take care of them? How about once we have no starving children left in our country, then we can go rescue other people's starving children.
Well, states like Minnesota think that they're feeding starving children, and they're
That's
not,
true.
because people
That
are
is
just
true.
stealing it. So
I think two things can coexist in this situation too. Like Maduro, horrible. Also, what are the long-term effects of the U.S. taking this action? What are those? We don't know what those are. We don't have an answer to that yet. We'll see that. And I think both of those can coexist in the same space.
Well, I know that China has, I know this has global ramifications because Venezuela is very mineral and very oil rich, and China has been exploiting them. And also China sends a lot of the ingredients for fentanyl to Mexico to make fentanyl to come into America. So this is all kind of a big old can of worms that's been going on.
It happens with the global economy, globalization.
Exactly.
This is, yep.
So
now this is important. I got to get this out. Oh, did it click? Damn it. Click before I get a chance. Can you back it up?
I cannot back it up, but I can read it if you...
Yeah, read it because of the last line in it, the one that ends with warlords.
This one.
Oh, thank you. USA is not the police of the world. Haiti has warlords, and they eat dirt.
Yeah. The Haitians aren't happy about it either.
I've been to Haiti, and it is, I will tell you, I went to Haiti in 2015 and filmed a documentary, and it was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Exactly.
You remember that Conan O'Brien tweet that didn't go over so well? It was him in the ocean drinking something out of a coconut, and the caption was, "Haiti is a very beautiful country." And a lot of people were like, actually, that resort that you're in right now for millionaires isn't Haiti.
No.
That's kind of its own special universe there. Do not encourage people to go to Haiti.
Actually, I like the segue you set up there, Andy, because I cannot believe all of these talk show hosts are getting blown out. I mean, is talk television going away?
It's been dying for years.
Years
and years.
That's what you've seen. Would you agree with that, Kristyn?
Yes.
Sure makes me look huge.
That it's over.
The what? The night talk shows are over?
Yes.
I mean, they are. And, I was at the Critics' Choice Awards last night, and Jimmy Kimmel was there. He won for Best Talk Show. And he was joking around and saying, just talking about the fact that Hot Ones, Sean Evans' show, if anyone watches that, he's like, you're going to be, in a few years, you're going to be the only one around. Because he's essentially an internet talk show, with everyone eating all of their hot wings and stuff like that.
Yep.
Because he was nominated up against The Daily Show and Stephen Colbert and that type of thing. And he's like, honestly, in a few years, Hot Ones is going to be the only man standing at that point.
It's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already a situation where a lot of people don't even turn to, posts on the internet like they did for some, because it just doesn't matter anymore.
Once again, all the talk show hosts in the last 10 years have decided to become political pundits, and it's turned half of the people off. They just don't want to hear it.
The best thing to happen to Jimmy Kimmel was that whole First Amendment fight, and the ratings have gone up as a result. He signed on one more year, and I think he's done after that. I think had that not happened, though, he would have retired at the end of his contract here in 2026, and that would have been it. We know this is the end of the road for Colbert in May 2026. And
I didn't even know Colbert was still
they gave him a 1-year reprieve in all of this Paramount merger. And then you've got, basically you'll have Kimmel for one more year, and then you have Fallon standing. And NBC doesn't want to lose the icon that is the Tonight Show. So somehow they'll probably just scale it back somehow. I mean, it's only running live 4 days a week, not 5 anymore. So we will see how this all plays out. But that was kind of a big conversation at the Critics' Choice Awards last night. So
I bet.
Yeah, I think, to tell you the truth, that when I was a kid, I loved watching the Johnny Carson show. The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson when I was a kid, oh my God.
Back in those days.
It was wonderful. I mean, Dean Martin walks out with a cigarette and a drink in his hand, and then somebody else. I mean, it was just, I said, God, is this even the real world?
Maybe they should start smoking on TV again.
Yeah, they start
smoking and drinking. It would be fantastic, actually.
If you chart the prevalence of smoking on television with the popularity of talk shows, it's a straight line down.
Absolutely.
Coincidence?
Well, and I think also, stop promoting things. I mean, they're all there for a purpose. Like, they're promoting a new TV show or they're promoting a new movie. When they used to go on Carson back in the day, it wasn't about showing their trailer. It was actually just about telling stories and having a conversation, and it was just really, really relaxed.
And people felt like they knew the celebrity then and, wanted to see their work.
Well,
Instead of
now
just-
we
instead of
know the
just
celebrity
bitching
because
about everything.
well, we know the celebrity because of social media. So social media
Right.
took away the veil of what a celebrity is, and I think that's why people are very disinterested in the idea of celebrity. Because I would say a lot of the influencers are now more powerful than some celebrities.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
we talked about this in the second segment of Friday's show is the mystique behind celebrities is gone because they're all constantly on Twitter giving their opinions, and all their
Right.
opinions
Very
are just
good
like
point.
the same crap you see from everyone else. And
Or
it
you
just
could-
makes them seem human, but human isn't a good thing to a celebrity because they're supposed to be like on this Mount Olympus type of plane of existence.
And there's a weird disconnect too, because if you're seeing their like luxury lifestyle, and a lot of Americans, like the number one topic is affordability in the economy,
Yeah.
and you're like, look at all of my Chanel bags. Well, that's not realistic to the average American. And
Oh
so,
God, remember
Yeah,
during COVID they did that Imagine song,
Yeah,
and they were
that was-
all in their like $50 million mansions talking about imagine no possessions and we'll all get
Yep.
through this. I am cooped up in my house too. I have to
Yeah.
drive to get to my bedroom, but still I can't
My-
leave my house either. It's like they tried to be relatable and it backfired so badly because they're not relatable, and they shouldn't
No.
try to be relatable because they're just they aren't.
It was so funny last night when I was at the Critics' Choice Awards. And the Critics' Choice are a little bit different than a normal award show. I went as a guest of someone, my friends in the Critics' Choice Association. And they sit you at the table with celebrities. So you're at a certain table with like a movie or a TV show. And it's a time to be able to schmooze. And there is like a very long cocktail hour. It's about 3 hours before the show
Whoa,
even begins.
That's a long one.
It is. And it's the start, though. This is the start of the award show season and the politicking and the campaigning to get your Oscar, your SAG Award, your Golden Globe, anything like that. And all of these celebrities are just kind of like zoo animals because people are like running up to them, like, let me take a picture. Oh, I love your movie. I love your TV show. And I was just kind of like glancing around the room. I was looking for a friend of mine who was nominated for Sinners. He's the editor on Sinners. And so I was scanning the room and I accidentally caught the eye of Ethan Hawke. And
Ooh, there you go.
I know, but it was kind of awkward because I didn't mean to catch his eye. But it was when you see someone's social battery just go, because someone had been talking to him and obviously had sucked the life out of him. And he was like,
Yeah.
and I caught that and caught his eye, and I just started laughing because I get it when you are just completely drained. And I was like, that, being a celebrity like during the award show season's got to be just
I
the
can't
worst.
even imagine.
That
I know.
alone. I mean, I'm the kind of person who like a small gathering of people after 2 hours. I'm like, I need to go lay down or something. I don't know.
I went home. Everything was done. Everything had wrapped by 7 p.m. Like the whole show started at 1. It was 6 hours long. So by the time I got home, between the cocktail party and all the behind the
Cocktails
scenes
in the
stuff,
middle of the afternoon.
oh my God, I
Man,
was
I'm
drinking a
tired.
margarita at like 1 p.m., but I also, I went home and I took a nap, and then Bill came home at like 10:30 and he was like, why are you up? I'm like, I just took a 3-hour nap and now I'm going to be up all night. And this is
Yeah.
like the start to the work week. But, yeah, it's a lot. And I was thinking about all of the actors who were nominated and obviously at the start of their award show season. And we were at the table of Sean Baker. And Sean Baker, for anyone who saw Honora last year, he was the Oscar winner, the best director, best screenwriter, best picture. And that guy could not catch a moment to even like eat a bite, drink a drink, because everyone was like hovering over him on our table. And he's in the mix again for foreign film with The Left-Hand Girl. So I think, it's exciting for him to always constantly have something in the mix. But at the same time, I was like, woof, what a night. And he would disappear every once in a while to go to the restroom. And I'd be like, I bet he's just sitting in a stall.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Not doing anything. I'm not implying anything bad's going on. I'm like, literally, he's just probably like, I need a minute to myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of one of the reasons why I liked hosting gatherings, so I had a lot to do, and I didn't have to sit there and listen to my own
Oh,
voice say
sorry.
the
I got to
same.
go into the kitchen. I can't.
I just-
can't talk right now.
Yeah, after I'm done with "How are you?" I'm fine. How are the kids? How are
Yep.
the grandkids? They're doing this. You've said that 20 times. It's like, okay, I just don't want to talk anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the small talk gets exhausting. Like, what are you up to? What is your year like? All of that. It's a lot.
You should be like me and talk about like weird stuff that most like I don't really do small talk. I'm like, let's get into how's your emotional wellness and tell me about your dog's tumor and I don't do small talk ever.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, and there was a big Timothy Chalamet's, was nominated and won for Marty Supreme, but he brought Kylie Jenner, a Kardashian, and they've been dating for 3 years, but this is the first time he acknowledged her from the stage and was like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my gosh, now nobody's going to talk about anything awards show, and they're only going to be talking about Kylie Jenner. And I had posted just a couple of things in my Instagram story, and I had people within minutes like, do you have any video? Is Timmy there? Like, people were DMing me, and like the weird parasocial relationship some people have with certain celebrities, very strange. And I've got to imagine the two of them never go out in public because they have to live in a bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that would be horrible.
Yeah.
To never be able to go to the grocery store. And I'm not saying that grocery shopping is fun, but there are just days you're like, I just want to pick up like some cookies.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then to have to be like, I need to look decent. I can't go in my sweats with no makeup. Could never live that life.
Yeah. I'd have a disguise of some kind.
A disguise.
I would just put
on the whole mask.
Or just put on a COVID mask. So
that's what Leonardo DiCaprio does. I don't blame him, honestly. He goes out with the COVID mask all the time.
I would do that.
I would do the Adam Sandler thing, and I'd just be out in my pajamas being like, what?
But Adam Sandler is like, he's someone that's, people kind of leave him alone because there's not any type of paparazzi tabloid type of situation following him where, when you're dating a Kardashian, you're going to get that aspect of it. And doesn't
the whole like celebrities always have to look just add to the
Absolutely, yeah.
Like everybody needs to be put together all the time. Like if celebrities just went out looking normal more, I think more people would be like, oh, looking normal is good.
I know, but when they do, somebody takes a picture of them and everybody's like, oh my God, she looks so terrible.
She's so old. Or they want a selfie, and then you're like, all of that.
Yeah, the selfie thing would get kind of tiring. And people telling me I look old, who cares? Okay, you can think I look old.
I think the first candid shot of someone who's usually put together that looks bad, like, okay, let's say you're the kind of person who's always put together, and then, I don't know, someone gets a candid shot of you leaving the hospital or something, and they're like, oh, look how horrible they look. Yeah. That's exciting because it's, unusual.
Yeah.
But if you look like that all the time,
Exactly.
they're just going to stop caring because they're like, okay, that's just how they look on the street. Who cares?
This is just my face.
Exactly.
But we've created that curation with Instagram. When Instagram especially was popular, now it's not. But when it was that curation of like, I have to look perfect and I have to have the perfect outfit. And it's tough.
Like, you see all those like red carpet things, and it's like in a world of regular celebrities, be a Jack Black. And it's like Jack Black's like ninja kicking and jumping and like photo bombing everybody and just looking ridiculous. And it's like, yes. Yep. I'm going to be a Jack Black.
I know. It's funny sometimes I feel like people who they'll be doing like a small local show, like our podcast, for example. I'm not going to name names, but there have been people who put the beauty filter on when they go into the StreamYard stream.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, does it matter? It's a small little podcast.
What beauty filter? What is that?
It smooths out your features. It literally blurs you. The old Vaseline on the lens trick from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
For a modern era. It literally just blurs you so your wrinkles and imperfections go away. And it's like, I don't know. That's vanity.
But there's a lot of people that are really concerned about having wrinkles and looking like they're aging.
Well, because people want to be heard instead of judged, I think.
Oops.
Right?
Yeah. And there's Ryan Murphy has a new show coming out. I believe it's January 20th on FX. It's called The Beauty, and it kind of like hones in on that idea of like, did you see the trailer?
Yeah,
Ashton Kutcher's in it.
Yeah.
That just came out, I think, yesterday, and it just talks a lot about the need for everyone to feel perfect, no wrinkles. Do it right now, like plastic surgery is such a hot topic, and so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
we're seeing more and more younger people moving into this area, and boy, are the women done. Woo,
yeah.
Right, Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's
way
just
over
like,
the top.
wow. I didn't know women were still doing that much stuff.
It's weird because I feel like it's a regional thing too, because there's a big move, at least in California, away from filler. Like you still do Botox, but like the overfilled lips or like the filled
Tons of that
cheekbones.
down here.
That is like a more natural face is kind of where people are moving, but there are still certain regions of the country, and maybe it just takes a little bit longer to reach that area, but they're still doing the overfilled
This
look.
is almost everybody from New York, really.
Yeah.
The East
Well,
Coast.
and it's like people my age. Like I saw somebody at the airport that was like had young kids, like about my kid's age. So she was probably about my age, and she just looked like she was made of plastic.
Yeah, it's creepy. And they're like, sometimes you see people
Like-
in their 20s who are getting like Botox.
Her eyebrows
that's
looked
common.
fake. Because it's like you have to start before you get wrinkles because then you won't get wrinkles. And but like her eyebrows looked fake, her lips looked fake, her
Yeah.
skin looked fake. It was just like she was like a weird plastic Barbie,
Yeah.
but like plastic surgery Barbie. Not plastic surgery because it was obviously like lasers and Botox,
You're right.
but I don't know. It's just like weird to see people my age looking that
Yeah.
fakey, because you see older women all the time that are like, okay, you're obviously old and trying to look a lot younger, and you just look like you've had a lot of work done.
Yeah, I got to mention this because it kind of ties in, and well, not really a direct tie-in, but close enough. They spent all morning talking about, this the season's over now, and this, that, and the other. Did anything change or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. I did not realize, what's the guy's name that did the Bud Light commercial, the man to woman that did the Bud Light commercial?
Mulvaney or something?
Yes, Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney, yeah, there you go. So I'm watching this, and he's selling Bud. Is it Bud or Bud Light?
I think it was Bud Light.
Bud Light, I think.
I think it is. While he's talking about it, because that was pre-recorded, the announcer tells the world that since they put that commercial out, Bud Light has lost $19 billion in revenue. Holy God!
That's
$19 billion?
Bad decision making.
I mean,
like I said, they're just politicize everything.
Bud Light drinkers are not
No.
On board with that?
on
Yeah.
board with trans
No.
rights.
You got to know
Like,
your
that's-
audience.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
that,
like
that was a weird partnership.
Yeah,
And
it was.
Gen Z
Yeah.
is barely drinking anyway, so
Yeah.
that's another why are you trying to market to them?
that's true.
Well, it's
Bud
like, it
Light,
doesn't even
yeah.
have to be ideological. Like it doesn't have to be like they're not on board with trans rights or anything for it to be a bad partnership.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm reminded of, there's an old commercial for a video game called Descent. Came out in like the mid 90s, I think. And the spokesman that they chose for this game, so it's a fast-paced, high-intensity game where you're like flying around 3 dimensions, shooting spaceships, that sort of thing.
Pew,
And the
pew.
spokesman they chose was Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh God.
And everyone, as soon as they see that, that's what they think. They're like, what in the hell? Why is Rodney Dangerfield
Doesn't
talking
make
about...
any
like of all the people
Yeah.
you could choose.
Yeah, and it just it's been a joke forever because some of these marketing people they don't make any sense the way that they operate.
Yeah.
But he did get to say, and when I was a kid,
Yeah.
because he
Maybe
He
always,
actually did say, I don't get no respect.
I don't get no respect.
Oh,
Weird.
I don't get no respect.
Of course he did. His
Who was
tagline.
that?
Yeah,
Who was
Bart.
the big game guy, Call of Duty, who just died in his 50s or something?
Oh, yeah, someone from, was it Treyarch? Who was that? Oh, no,
Yeah.
Battlefield.
I don't know. What you're talking
Wow, what happened? Why did he die so young?
Car crash, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, that was the car crash. The video was on the internet. I mean, they stopped right before he hit, but he was clearly going way
Yeah.
too fast. He came through a tunnel, and then there was like kind of a curve, and wasn't able to correct with the high speed he was going
Yep.
at, and crashed right into. I don't know if there was a guardrail, but there was like a whole mountain of like rocks. It was a mountainside. Yeah, it was terrible.
He was one of the co-founders of Infinity Ward, which is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was a single car crash. He was the only one in the car, so it's like
Does
you
it
can't
almost
do
sound
that.
like suicide? Maybe.
it almost does.
I mean, I don't think so. Just it looked like he was just racing a fast car with everyone, and it looked like he wasn't able to correct on the turn at the time. Especially if you don't know the road and you're like, let me race this fast car, and you're not,
do that
a
road.
precision driver.
Yep.
It didn't look like a suicide from what I saw of that video, but I mean, I'm sure there's an investigation ongoing with it.
I just love down here. There's just so much wealth pouring into this area.
Oh, God.
Maseratis, this, that. And I'm like, they have got a, what, $300,000, $500,000 car, maybe $1 million car to go to light to light.
Yeah, there you
I know.
And they're going vroom, vroom.
Oh, yeah.
From light to light.
yeah.
I'm like, why would you bother? The traffic is horrible down here. There's nowhere
That's
to
how
go.
I feel. LA, there's some new speed law or something, and they might be 5 miles per hour. They're going to be lowering it in certain areas, and I'm like, they were like, it's going to go from 65 to 60, and I'm like, does that matter? I go like 25 on the freeway. What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll close with this because I don't know anything about it because I don't drink coffee. There was a video this morning in New York, and a guy went in and bought a cup of coffee with cream and sugar. Just a regular cup of coffee, cream and sugar. It was $18.
What?
I don't doubt it.
For one cup of coffee?
For one cup of coffee.
Well,
some
like,
cases,
what?
Once again, it's an industry that's going to die because the cost of doing business is just too high.
high,
They want
yeah.
they want workers to make $30 an hour to make a cup of coffee. It's just not going to keep going on. People just
But then it
at some
doesn't pay their
point-
rent. Like it's like this big
Right.
cycles,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
how do you pay your housing then?
Yeah,
Just if you have
I know.
it's,
It just never ends.
There's that place in West Palm Beach right off of Olive, just north of your place. Mm-hmm. Melissa and I stopped there a few times to get breakfast for the kids. Like we'd stop there on the way to the podcast when we were down there last year. And it was literally like for the two of us and a kid, it was like $60. Because it's like a $20 sandwich, a $10 cup of coffee. And it's just insane.
It's a lot of money.
It absolutely is.
All right, Kristyn, any closing words on a brand new year?
on a brand new year. Well, you know, the good news is we'll have a lot of shows starting to pop up this month. A lot of mid-season replacements and a lot of new things because it's been, you know, the last 6 weeks or so was all holiday stuff. So hopefully we'll find some new things in the new year for you to watch. Oh, and Mayor of Kingstown, by the way, got renewed for its final season, 5th and final season.
Why final?
Oh, because it's too depressing.
And also because I think that Taylor Sheridan's going to try and wrap up as many of his
That's right.
Paramount
Yeah, that's
shows
right. Yep.
because he's moving over to Peacock. So
So what happened with Landman? He has another year in the can already, or is that ending?
no, I think that still has one more year. So
One more year. Okay.
yeah.
I heard the latest episode of that is the best episode ever.
I think that's the final episode. Michael
Of
Bryant.
the season.
I think.
Is it 8? It's number 8, I think, or something.
It sounds about right. Isn't it about 8 per
don't know.
season now?
Yeah.
Landman,
They-
what season are they on now? Two,
Season
three?
3, is it 2?
Two.
Or is it, 2, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is season 2. Let's see. How many episodes does season 2 have? We're going to find out. It's 10 episodes for 2
That's
seasons.
awesome.
Oh,
Two
so
more.
2
Oh,
more
okay.
after the...
Guys,
So
that's
it's
to
the
catch
January-
up.
So it's this January 2nd one that he said is so good. I
Would
wonder
you guys
what happens.
Would you guys say the TV has come back and is nearing as good as it's ever been? Because it was
I wouldn't
terrible
know.
for years. What do you think?
It's a cycle, and I think
Yeah.
right now, because we've been in a contraction cycle, but I think that the studios are at least focusing in on having more high quality versus
Good.
quantity. So hopefully we will see a lot of good things kind of like rise to the top in all of this.
Well, it also
Really?
depends on what you're into. Because, I mean, like, we had a 90s sitcom golden age.
Yeah.
And before that, there was like a sci-fi, and then there was reality shows, and then Game of Thrones brought back like the hack and slash genre.
Yeah.
Well, we just on Friday we talked a little about the Marvel universe, how that was kind of petering out, just
Yeah,
TV
that's
show
petering
wise.
out.
Yeah,
That was way too much.
oh, too much.
Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So any closing words, sister?
Well, I think my closing words were all about Mayor of Kingstown. So,
That's true.
yeah, but I know Margaret is dying to talk about Stranger Things, and we keep promising it to her. So tomorrow, my first topic has to be Stranger Things, and
Stranger
we'll
Things.
just talk about Stranger Things, the series finale, and where it goes from here.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You bet. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. We'll take our break here. Come right back. Just a couple of minutes right after this. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let's talk about my bank, and that, of course, would be North American Banking Company in Bilski. Look, it's easy to feel like just another account number at the big national banks, but that's not how it works with my friends at North American Banking Company. Whether you're visiting their locations in Roseville, 50th in France, Hastings, Woodbury, South, Shoreview's there too, and Maple Grove, you'll always find real people you know. Yeah, they know you by name, as a matter of fact. They actually care about your finances, too, not some AI chatbot. They're real people. They also offer all the modern conveniences you expect, like online and mobile banking, but with a personal touch that only a community bank can offer. So why settle for less when you can bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We're rocking out, man. Is that what that was, rocking out?
We're doing our best.
Yes, absolutely. So Alex was down here for a week. We got to see the grandkids. It's so funny how they're all of a sudden like still kids, but too cool for some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's especially Alex, especially fun. It was
Especially
just
me. I'm too cool for
hilarious.
Yeah, especially still
It
Alex.
was like every time I tried to like kid around with her, like some sort of little girl thing, she's like, "Nana, no." I'm like, "What do you mean no?"
Absolutely not.
It's hilarious.
You got to tell the Black Ninja story, because it came up again at dinner, and it was just wonderful.
There's a restaurant down here called the Blind Monk, and last year when Sage was in the hospital for what was it, 3-4 days?
3
days. We went there and had dinner, and it was like a very welcome meal because they'd been kind of
stressed
out and not eating properly and all that stuff. And so we went there. So when they were coming down, I asked Fawn, I said, "So is there any place you want to go to? You want to eat? We're going to go see. What do you want to do?" And she's like, "The only place I really want to go to is the Black Ninja place." I'm like, "Black Ninja?" Yeah, they had the really good matzo ball soup. I'm like, "Oh, you mean the Blind Monk?"
Well, you got the BL right.
So we told
Blind,
the
black.
we told the staff that, and they just love that story.
Well, they love it. When I walk by, honest to God, when I walk by and somebody's out in the courtyard serving, they turn around and look at me and go, "Black Ninja." They do
it's a new
that every
theme.
time.
Maybe they'll rebrand.
Black Ninja.
Maybe they'll rebrand.
It is a wonderful thing. Yeah, that was a really, really good time. Andy, we really missed you being down here. Having the whole family down here would have been great. But I do understand.
We had all sorts of stuff going on.
Yep.
We are going to have Ethan and Colin sleep in the same room soon.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Are you asking for trouble?
Why are you doing that?
Kinda. Well, for one, Ethan really wants to.
Okay.
We bought 2 cheap IKEA beds for them, and we assembled them. Well, I assembled them yesterday, and they're in the corners. The bedroom is all set up for 2 kids to be in, but Colin was not having it last night at all.
No, not having it.
Oh, this is not correct. I'm going to scream.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna try it every night, but it's probably going to be a week or 2 until he gets used to the idea of, oh, this is my bedroom now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Change and
Okay.
everything. But yeah, like Ethan just really wants to sleep in the same room as Colin. He's very excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be just because right now Colin has his own routine and Ethan has his own routine. It would be better if we could just combine the routines. So we're not right now. Bedtime is like an hour and a half long. It's a little much.
Well, Colin still naps. Do they go to bed at the same time?
They go to bed at the same time, but yeah, Colin naps. Yeah, they both go to bed at the same time, which is nice. Okay. The only thing is Colin usually sleeps a little bit later. Ethan's up by 7:30. Colin anywhere from 7:30 to 8:30. So.
Jeez, that's late.
Ethan wasn't falling asleep until like 10 p.m.
That's better now.
Okay.
We did a melatonin for a week thing, and it seemed to knock his bedtime up a little bit. So he's usually asleep by 8:30, which is still kind of late for his age, but that's as good as we're going to get.
My kids are asleep at 8:30.
We start bedtime at 7 o'clock.
I would go to bed at
8:30. That's what I'm saying. It's a long process.
He does. She goes to bed at 8:30 or 9.
Every time I have like a babysitter, they're like, ask about the bedtime routine, and I'm like, they'll just
throw them in bed.
I'm like, they'll just brush their teeth and get ready, and then if they want you to read them a book or two, you can, but they might say no thanks and read themselves, and then they start themselves a story, and then they go to bed, and they're like, but what? Like they think that they need to like be really involved, and I'm like, no.
Oh yeah.
They got it.
No, we tried
they're old enough.
It just means Ethan leaves his room 5 times a night.
But that's why, like, our kids, I think it's really rare for children to just kind of like do their bedtime stuff without like a lot of encouragement and parental intervention. And because anytime I tell a babysitter or somebody that's like putting them to bed, they're like, expecting me to be like, so first you have to do this and then you have to do this. And I'm like, no, they know what they need to do, and they can, like, if they want you to read to them, they'll ask. Otherwise, just leave them alone. I don't know.
There you have it. Oh, but I did want to mention one thing very, very quickly also. They were covering all kinds of different Christmas stuff on television today and this and that. Have you guys been watching any Christmas television at all?
We watched the requisite movies, and then we watched another one. I don't even remember the name. It stars Juliet from Psych, and it's about a tree farm. That's all I can give to you. If anyone out there knows what I'm talking about.
Is it like they owned a tree farm and her dad died?
And Home Depot came in, but it's not Home Depot.
I think it's just like Christmas.
Something like that.
I watched it. That was like the last Christmas movie that I watched.
Oh, well, there you go. We watched it too.
Right, let me see.
If Melissa's listening, she will probably text me.
I'll go on my Netflix and it'll be on my previously or like just watched because
that'll work.
That was the last one I watched. Why is my phone on?
Tom, we've tried watching a few of the newer Christmas movies.
Terrible.
Well,
there was one that wasn't so bad, but most of them are not that good.
They're not good, but they're not bad either. They're just kind of like, it's something to have on, really.
Yeah.
Well, they're much more political than the old ones.
Not this one. I mean,
well, not that. Well, there are some that aren't. Yes.
Arguably, this one was political in a way because it was about like big business comes and destroys the small town and that sort of thing. But
it does happen.
Right.
It does happen. Absolutely.
A lot like Christmas.
A lot like Christmas.
That's what a terrible name. Yeah. So forgettable.
They all have the same.
They do.
A little like Christmas.
Yep.
A Christmas at the farm.
Yep.
Christmas stories. Christmas of the future. Like it's all just the same kind of thing.
D Hearts wants to know if I'm into Stranger Things. I'm actually not. It seems like the kind of thing I would be into. It's with the sci-fi and the Dungeons and Dragons and all that sort of stuff. But I watched the first season, which I found fine. But then the second season came out, and I just didn't really feel any compulsion to continue, and I don't really know why. And I don't think Melissa would like it at all, so.
No.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
TFFI/SC. I had dinner. Yes, there you go. I had dinner with a guy on Christmas Eve that had a stash of Lowenbrau and only drinks it on special occasions, like being Spongeworthy on Seinfeld. Do you guys even remember Let It Be Lowenbrau?
No. I don't know what Lowenbrau is, no.
Is it a very expensive beer?
Well, it was not an expensive beer. It was just it was a smaller brewery. I thought it was really good. I thought Lowenbrau was really, really good, actually, as a matter of fact.
I don't know if I've ever had one.
I think I might have done their commercials for a year or two, like 50 years ago or something.
Oh, geez.
And I think I did, but I'm not certain about that. You know, different deal and all the rest of it. Ham's had a light beer that they quit making in 2020. I know a few people that have a bunch stash, though. How long does beer hold up in a can or bottle?
I feel like it probably lasts forever, and they put those expiration dates on there just to make you buy it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
like
Light
throw
beer,
it
though?
out.
Light beer is so low alcohol. It's basically just water.
But
And water.
Yeah.
And it's not like Ham's
sealed.
a super high. It's not like a really heavy beer anyway.
No,
you know,
no.
that's like when people are like, oh, Coors and Coors Light. I'm like, Coors is already really light.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you need even lighter beer
Like,
for?
yeah, like you said, it's basically just like pour half water and half beer.
Well, I think it's for people who that's like what they drink in lieu of water.
I remember when we were in high school, and anybody that went out to Colorado to go skiing with their families, if they took ski trips, they would fill their cars up with Coors because you couldn't get it.
Couldn't get it here then.
You couldn't get it in Minnesota.
Well,
Yeah,
they
it was a
made
local
mountain
beer.
water or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody thought it was the most wonderful beer in the whole wide world because you just couldn't get it. And it's not that great.
No,
It's
no,
certainly
it's
not that great.
I don't know. Like
not
Dan,
bad.
Dan drinks Coors when he goes to like a football game with a friend. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Not a big beer
Mike Bryant just
drinker.
entered the studio. We have a surprise appearance from
Surprise
Mike Bryant, apparently.
Appearance.
Where?
Oh,
What are you doing? Look at
I
that.
just thought
He
it was a
heard-
big announcement today. I'd stop in.
he heard we were talking about beer and decided that he needed to chime in.
He loves Coors.
He loves
There
Coors.
it goes. There, that's very, very true.
You see, it got me
Coors.
got me out of a number of speeding tickets.
Did it?
Coors
Yeah,
did?
you used to in the old days. You used to drive around in Colorado with Coors in your trunk, and when they
Yeah.
inspected your car, they would grab the 12-pack 12-pack, and it'd move they'd go on.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's a little filthy.
Wow.
More than a little filthy, I guess. But you know,
A little bit.
Is it still made in Colorado?
Yeah, sure, Golden.
Is
yep.
it? Okay. It hasn't been purchased by some giant beer conglomerate.
not yet.
Surprising.
Is that Alex on the couch?
It
Yep.
is Alex on the couch. There she
I have
is.
not
Monday.
seen Alex in a long time, or I haven't talked to you. I've seen you a number of times on videos, but I have not talked to you in a long time. Hello.
How you doing?
But I thought with the big, very good. I thought with the big announcement, I would stop in
We covered it a little bit earlier.
What big
with
Which
Kristyn.
one?
Yes. That Walz isn't going to run.
Oh.
Yeah,
That
he
one?
announced he's not going to run. He didn't take any questions today. He's going to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it looks like Amy's going to probably jump in. Senator Klobuchar is going to jump into
Yeah.
the race, and she's going to start running for governor probably at the end of the week.
I'd much rather be a
she'll
senator.
shoe-in.
I can tell my favorite Amy Klobuchar story because she used to live about a block and a half away from a couple of friends of Catherine and mine. We'd go over to dinner, and I'd always run into Amy when it was just Amy. I mean, we didn't talk for a long time. And she'd go, "Hi, Tom. How you doing? How's everything going?" I said, "Yeah, everything's really, really good." And there were other times she would not even look at me because the person just to her left was her father. Oh, her father did not like me. And we used to be really good friends.
Well, didn't you have a bit on KQ calling her Busty Amy Klobuchar or
Yeah,
something?
Charlie
That was
mentioned
the-
that at the beginning. He said, "Busty Amy Klobuchar is going to run."
That should be her slogan.
Yeah, why
I don't
not?
even know who made that up, the Busty Amy Klobuchar. Because she,
know
and she
what Amy
Tom,
Klobuchar
I'm
was.
not.
I don't either.
Why did Jim stop talking to you?
I don't. Well, and I'm not trying to, hold anybody's head underwater here, but John would get into the alcohol at night.
Yep.
He'd get into the hops at night once in a while, and he would always call me when he was deeply into the hops. Bernard, God damn it! He would start yelling at me about, why do you talk about those things? He was a good guy. I liked him. When he had a few too many, he was a little hard to deal with. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he was an interesting guy. When he used to have a show on, what was it, KSTP, or where did
I
he
think
have
so,
the?
yeah. I think
Yeah,
it
he
was.
used to be on right before Yates, if I remember right, back
I
in the
believe
day.
so, yeah. Yep.
Yep. I remember that. It was quite the. It was a Garage Logic with even more anger.
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right.
Wouldn't you rather be a senator than a governor?
I don't know.
No, I feel like a senator
Nope.
works way fewer months than hours.
No, but you got to run your little castle. You got to be when you're governor. It's like running a country. It's your own little castle, and so
That's true.
It's
Sounds
and
horrible.
it usually takes a different type of person to be governor than a senator. Senator, you have to raise so much money to run for the Senate, and you're dealing with a lot of. But I'd rather be a senator than congressman because you get the 6 years versus the 2.
Yeah, that's true.
So you
That's
don't
true.
have to keep raising money all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't let this story by a listener, Andy Jacobson. I think it was Andy Jacobson. Let me verify. Yes. So in the 70s, he said a relative of his was driving with his wife with an open container in the car.
Uh-oh.
The cop lights come on behind him. So the wife, in a hurry, grabs the open container and throws it out the window.
Oh, God. Oh,
But the window was closed.
yeah. You can see that coming.
What?
That's called panicking.
Yeah, that's called panicking. Apparently, the cop let them go because he felt so bad because
Beer
I mean-
everywhere.
I can't even imagine.
Wow.
Yep. Well, they definitely have the smell for the stop, so that would take care of that
Yeah.
part of it. So,
I got my probable cause.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
She
so
tried.
if she runs for governor, that means I won't be voting for governor anymore. I'll be writing you in, Tom.
That's
That'll
right.
be
You
it.
don't like her.
I have never voted for her in my
Amy?
life. Yep.
Yep.
She's not going to run for governor. She's just going to fill
Yeah,
in.
she is.
for the-
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, she is?
Yep.
Why would she want to do that?
Well, it's making
I
the
think she'll
DFL
win,
very
for
happy.
sure.
So
I don't. Like I said, I haven't seen Amy in many, many years.
it's interesting though because her staff, a lot of ex-staffers of hers say that she belittles, she's mean,
That's what I've
she's
heard,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing there will be a social campaign against her on social media. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
but I mean, the idea that women candidates or women politicians are mean versus what guys do and get away with, I don't know. I don't know that anybody that's going to get mad about Amy's staff isn't going to vote for her anyway. So it
Right.
doesn't,
Yeah.
I
I
don't think
suppose
she'll
that's
lose any
true.
votes because of that. But it takes this whole issue of it depends on what he says tomorrow. I'd like to hear him talk more about the whole scandal.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
he's stepping out, and that takes him off the table as far as an issue goes. And I figured the way he was going to get beat was by somebody on the inside anyway, if that happened.
Yeah.
Because so far I don't see a Republican that could beat him, but we'll see.
No.
Now that there's a completely different playing field.
Wait a minute. What about Mike Lindell?
Guy, he sends me an email like every 15 minutes. It's crazy.
Does he
you buy
really?
one. I bought 2 pillows 2 weeks ago, and now I get an email every. It's
Aw,
crazy.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you, though. There's no question about that.
Well,
As a matter of fact,
I have been getting emails from AOC every day.
No.
oh yeah,
I'm not
oh,
even
yeah.
close to your district. How do you even have my email address? Like, what is going on?
They buy them.
They do.
Yeah,
Yep.
they buy 'em.
do.
Yeah, they buy them, and
Somebody's-
especially with they had the end of the year deadline, so that you had tons of emails, and I get like 50 texts a day on asking for money up until the deadline. So hopefully it'll stop for at least 15 minutes.
Hopefully.
God.
I know.
This is an old one. Darren Cotton sends in, Gelfand talked about how Amy didn't want to be seen in a Honda Accord. Remember that story? He talked about it on the air.
I don't.
It was too lowbrow for her, apparently, or something. I don't know. She's always been very nice to me. I mean, we've never talked more than about 3 seconds, but she just would keep moving on so her dad didn't see her talking to me.
Man, Jude, that was a rough one.
Was it the Honda because it was Japanese made?
I think
that
so,
point?
yes. I think that's exactly
I think it was the make that was supposed to be American cars. American.
Wow, going back
American
to I won't buy Japanese because they're foreign. That's got to be like the 80s.
Yeah,
It's
Yep.
a
a
while.
long time ago.
It is a while back there, no question about that. But it's just I don't know. We'll see how things shake out and all the rest of it.
Have you watched the new Landman yet?
No, we're 4 behind.
Yeah, you said
The
it's
newest
great.
one is really good. It was really
Yeah.
good.
Excellent.
Actually, the last 2 have been pretty good. So, but the one this past Sunday was the best.
Well, it's going to be interesting because now Sam Shepard's going to be in it because they're taking him home, right? So that's where we are. They just had the funeral and they're taking
Sam
him
Elliott,
home.
you mean?
Well,
Sam
his
Elliott,
wife
yeah,
died.
yeah. Yes,
Sam
Sam Elliott.
Oh, I said Shepard. Sorry, Sam Elliott.
We knew you
Sam
were-
somebody.
Sam somebody.
Sam Elliott died?
No, he didn't die. He's on the show.
Oh, you're talking about
One thing we got to do in the show is start listening and paying attention. We really have to start
Yeah,
you said
listening.
Sam Elliott.
died.
Yeah,
Now
that's
he has
not
to-
how it works. Sam Elliott didn't die. The character that doesn't
the
exist
character.
died.
Well,
Well, okay, pop quiz. What's his character's name?
Your mammy.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
No,
No,
it's TL. Thomas. His name's Thomas. His name's Thomas.
Thomas
They call him
something?
TL on
Yeah,
the
they
show.
call him Thomas, yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
Let's see. I'm going to fact check you right now.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I recently saw a reel on Instagram of it was like this 20-something guy pretending to be his mother, trying to tell his child or her child about a show that she watched with an actor that they
Yep.
like.
Yep.
And it was like so spot on because it was like she knew none of the names, didn't know what the show was called.
Yeah.
sounds like me.
I thought he was from a movie that you saw it the one time. It had all the action in it, and it was just like none of these are facts that help me figure out anything.
Yeah.
And it's like every time we talk about a TV show, that's what happens.
Oh, he's that one guy you like so much.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Hey, whatever works. That's all I know.
Yeah.
But I do, publicly, I do want to thank Michael Bryant. And I,
But
I
pour
have
it
him on
out.
the phone, all the rest of it. No, but I'm just saying, you stuck by me. It's not in a legal way, but I mean, I'm going through a situation where you stepped up and supported me, and you've been very, very nice to me about it. Not everybody would do that, Michael.
Oh, well, there's a reason for it. So,
Well, no, it's just, I really, really appreciate it. It's really nice. No question.
Yes, he sings your praises on a daily basis. If it weren't for Michael Bryant, I don't know what I would do. He literally does.
John Holter's a great
you have to
attorney.
go down to get there, but,
Hey, whatever. It just only took me about 20 years to get there, so that's good. You know what I'm saying? So what else? Oh, we should probably take a break here. We'll take a break.
Oh,
We'll be
yeah,
right
we
back in
can
a couple
do
of
that.
minutes. Got that wrap-up segment coming up in a minute or two. You all set?
Yep.
Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong, but suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing. And people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. It's winter, and that means layers. Why not rep your favorite show, as a matter of fact? That would be us, of course, by making one of those layers a Tom Bernard Podcast sweatshirt. Make yourself a nice warm beverage in your Tom Bernard Podcast mug. Then bring the rest on the go in your Tom Bernard Podcast tumbler. When you get home, rest your head on a Tom Bernard Podcast pillow and dream Tom Bernard Podcast dreams. Just visit tombernardpodcast.com and click merch to make this lifestyle a reality.
I promise I will write a new copy of that
Why?
today because it's a little annoying.
Tom Bernard Podcast.
I made it that way on purpose because it was funny, but
Well, that 1 week is funny. That's good.
Yeah,
That'll all
exactly.
work
Christmas
out in the
week.
end.
And to Jason.
Yes, it's true. So everybody had a nice Christmas overall?
Overall, yeah.
Overall,
It was a lot of work and,
Yeah,
It is
kids, it's a lot of
amazing
work.
how much like mental energy the month of December
yes.
uses as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like unbelievable.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
So
Nice.
the big question is, how many croissants did they eat when they were down there? Sorry about
Oh,
that.
God. Luik was hit hard, I think.
We didn't go as much as because Dan and I were just like, I can't take because we go out to restaurants all the
Yeah.
time, like every day for
Yeah.
lunch and dinner, and so we only had Luik with Sunday, the first day, we had like our big situation. And then Dan went one morning and picked it up, and then I went one morning and picked it up. So only 3 of the 7 days.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's like after a while, you just and like after Christmas, you're already eating like.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of sweets that I get as a person that works in education, cookies and candy and chocolate and like just it's constant, which is great. But like, I don't know. I just right now I'm like all I want to do is eat plain spinach for a week.
Just spinach, that's it.
I know. We go out to dinner a lot because, just nobody feels like staying in and cooking.
Right.
And we go out and get pizza or whatever a couple times and stay in and have that. But honest to God, so 6 of us out to dinner, it's like $500.
Yeah, I know.
It's insane how much it costs to go out and eat now.
Well, I told the story last year we went down there. We were down there for 10 days, I think, at the beginning of, well, technically, I guess a year ago now, but we were down there for 10 days and it cost us almost $2,000 between the groceries.
The breaker.
Not even.
There you go.
That's the thing. It's if we'd gone to the breakers, I'd be like, 3 days of, but still.
Well, I certainly have noticed that since breakers raised their prices to whatever, $1,500, I think might be the cheapest room during the holidays.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
There's way fewer people there.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, you can actually get a chair. I mean, back before COVID, I think the highest, you could get a room for $450, which isn't even all that outrageous anymore for a hotel room, believe it or not. There's like a 35% tax on hotel rooms in every city.
Yeah,
it's
it
insane how much tax money they get for a hotel room.
Their rates right now. If you want to go this weekend, for example, for 2 adults or for 1 room, you're looking at $1,400 a night.
Yeah.
And that's the lowest price.
If you want to go on the 22nd for some reason, you're going to be looking at $8,500 a night.
MEA? Is that MEA? Is it some sort of break?
It's specifically the 22nd, so something is going on. I don't know what.
I really do feel like there should be some law against all this surge pricing.
Yeah.
It seems just like such a ripoff. I mean, I guess people are willing to pay it, so they can do what they want. But at some point, don't people go, I don't want a $25 cup of coffee anymore?
Well, that's like airline tickets. I have a 4-day weekend from work. And I was like, I could fly down by myself and visit mom and dad in Florida, like Friday to Monday. $1,000 to fly coach.
Yep.
$1,000.
Back.
I'm like, how are normal people paying for airline tickets?
They're not.
Because the flights are always full. Well,
I know.
But that's
They're
the thing.
always full.
They're always full, so people are paying for it somehow.
Crazy. I'm like, how? I don't understand. And how are people paying for? I mean, how much is a first class ticket now? $3,000? Like what?
Well, most of those are upgrades from people that fly all the time.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But I said, like, flying home from Florida, there was like a whole family that took up half of first class. I was like, you guys clearly have lots of money.
Yeah.
So it was like 4 children, a mom and a dad.
Well, I remember we used to fly first class like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, and that's when first class was like $500 a ticket, and now
I haven't flown first class since I was probably in my early 20s.
The kids were talking about flying first class. They're like, one time I want to fly first class because you get so much room in it. You get a meal and stuff. And I'm like, it's really nice. And Dan's like, we used to fly first class before you two showed up. And they were like, yeah, we fluent. And I was like, yeah, we did.
Well, yeah, doubling the price for adding 2 kids. There you go.
I remember when we first...
Now we're in the back by the toilets.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. They stick everybody with kids by the toilets.
And
it's
we're
wonderful.
Still paying. Well, because when you buy your tickets, on Delta at least, you can pick your seats. But you're not always guaranteed that seat. Like, we checked in, and it was Dan and Fawn were sitting together, and then Sage and I were sitting separately in single seats.
What?
And I went up to and I was like, I know that they were booked 2 together and 2 together.
Right.
And so I went up to the gate agent, and I was like, listen, my kids are too young to be sitting without an adult with them, and we booked the tickets with a kid, And they were like, we'll do something about it. It'll be fine. But my sister-in-law had a similar situation. She flew to Arizona with her 3-year-old child, and they were put in separate areas of the plane. And she went up to the gate agent, and she was like, I have to sit with her. She's 3. And they were like, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. And she was like, okay, fine. Put her with these random people. Good luck to them.
That's insane.
And then all of a sudden, the gate agent was like, "Oh, actually, we'll figure something out." Because
all of a sudden,
I was like, "Great, she'll probably love it. Actually, she'll make a new friend. She'll I don't know, whatever, or she'll freak out. And that'll be your fault."
There's a woman on social media who is now super, super famous because somebody did a video of her not giving up her seat for a child.
Oh, yeah.
She said, I'm not doing it. I'm not moving my seat. I plan on this seat. This is the seat I want. And everybody was like super shaming her. And she's like, I don't care. So she's on social media being like, screw all of you with kids. And if you didn't plan ahead, and there, she's got a huge following of people like, don't give up your seat for kids.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yep, it's
Whatever.
a thing.
Wait a minute.
Territorial weirdness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's like sometimes you do plan ahead, and then they move your seat anyway. That's what happened to us. I'm like, we got moved. So, but then I ended up sitting next to one of the largest men that could possibly fit.
Yeah, we've all had that experience.
Oh my God. And I was in the middle. And
It's a good thing you two are small.
But I was like sideways, half into Sage's seat the whole time, and it was 1,000 degrees. And I was like,
he's radiating a little heat.
I know.
well, just the whole plane, and we were in the back, was because they had to move us because we weren't together. So we were shoved in the very back, and it was 10 million degrees. And then, and then this big guy was kicking off some heat. And I was like, I either need to go to the hospital because my fever is 204 or there's no air back here. What is going on?
I remember when we bought a place down in Florida because remember when real estate was cheap in Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
instead, we didn't buy a cabin. We bought a place to come because you wanted to play golf and we like to get out of the snow and the cold. And so we bought a place down here instead of a cabin. So for years, all the tickets, and this was coach for sure for many years, were $250 every ticket.
Yep.
For years and years and years, it was $250 to fly. So it was $500 for the
Yeah.
entire family to fly down to Florida. It was great.
Well, we knew the guys who owned the airlines too. Remember that? We used to
Oh,
have dinner
Sun
with the
Country?
people. Sun Country, they owned. And there was another one that was owned by somebody we knew.
Sun Country now is such a racket. They you go in to buy your ticket and it's like $250. And then you're like, oh, cool. But then you have to also pay for your seat placement, and you have to pay for anything above. If you put a suitcase above in the whatever thingy, you have to pay for that. And you have to pay, there's all these hidden fees. And so by the end of it, you're not even saving that much money.
Yeah. A hedge fund bought that from, was it Petters that owned it?
Petters owned it at one time.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, and then the guy from Cambria owned it for a while.
Right. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Marty Davis.
Marty Davis, good
Yeah,
guy.
he had it. That was great when he owned it. I wish.
Oh,
he-
Marty's great guy.
Yeah.
Yep. I got to.
Have you seen this?
Call Marty.
Have you seen the stand-up seats that they're coming up with? Apparently,
Yeah.
there's going to be these seats you can get strapped in, standing up.
I
What
would
are we
never
in
do that.
Poland? Honest to God, it's like what the hell?
I know that you're stacked on top of each other too.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah.
somebody's
Well, those are different. Those are there's stacked seats and stand-up seats.
Right.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Back to communist China.
I just wouldn't travel. I'd be like, well,
Yeah, no, it's not worth
Just
it.
everyone's gonna drive. Just
there's so
forget
many
it.
places that it's like I want to show my kids when they're old enough to care and remember, but I'm like, is it going to be $5,000 a ticket to go
Yes.
to Paris?
Probably.
Yes,
Probably.
Those were the days, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. Things are just too crazy.
All right. Any closing words?
Nope.
Oh,
Just
no,
thought
no.
I'd pop in and talk about the announcement.
No, I'm glad you did. Now, what announcement are you talking about again? Is it Tim Walz?
Yeah, Tim Walz. Yep. He decided to not go for the third term.
When
Well,
does
when you
he?
came in, Mike, and we're like the big announcement, I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought we missed
What's being
something.
announced?
When
Taylor,
does he?
Taylor Swift is coming back. No.
Yeah, there you go. There's a big announcement.
So he'll be governor until January 1st.
Right.
And doesn't he have to appear in front of the Senate hearing or something about
Oh,
all
and
this
listen
fraud?
to Emery's yell at him. Sure, yeah, probably. I think they're dragging them in to testify.
I
So he's
think
being
all of
drugged in next
those,
week.
all those Senate hearings are such a waste of time. Nothing ever happens to anybody. They get
No.
yelled at a little bit, they get a little embarrassed, and then they just go on and do whatever they want anyway. Nothing.
Or they
makes
don't
any
answer the
difference.
questions at all, and they
Yeah.
just sit there and say their statements, and it seems like a waste of time. Yes.
It does seem like a waste of time.
It does indeed. Oh, one thing I would like to thank, I don't know, there were a few of you that sent in a picture of Pat Eberts to me at Christmas, because we lost Pat at Christmas time. God, was that a couple of years ago already?
Was that 2024? I think.
I would say
Christmas?
2 years. It's
Yeah.
been 2 years.
Yeah.
So
It's been 2
2023
years.
then.
I think it was 2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 23. Yeah.
Oh my God! I really miss him. What a piece of work that guy was. No question about it. But it's just wonderful guy to work with. I mean, he was related to you, like a third cousin or something.
He
Yeah.
was a cousin, yes.
Oh, he's just
Sounds
a
I'm
regular
not
like-
guy.
sure if he was, yeah.
Second, I think of yours
Yeah, second.
because you
cousin.
shared a
like that.
grandparent.
Yeah, your grandparents were siblings.
Yes.
Right. So whatever that is.
Yeah.
It all works out in the end.
Let's just call him a cousin.
Oh, listen to this. MBO 711 Bowen. Northwest Airlines charged $864.51 in 1997 for a round-trip ticket to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Wow.
After inflation, though, that's actually pretty
Actually,
expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
That's
in
got to be like
1997.
$1,500.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
I wonder. Let's see.
Yeah, for 1997, I would have thought it would be like $500.
But flying all the way from Hawaii from Minnesota used to be kind of a rare
Oh, yeah, it
thing.
was a
I mean,
thrill.
you had to have the right kind of jet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
you
true.
absolutely did.
Yeah.
Let's see. That would be $1,700 today.
$1,700.
Today.
There you
It
go.
probably is. Yeah.
Question from a listener, ML Meyer 79 wants to know: is that Governor Walz on the podcast? He's talking
Governor
about you.
Walz. Nope.
Governor, you've lost weight.
Yeah, Governor, you've lost weight. Exactly.
Dan
Kept
ran
looking for
into Governor
himself.
Walz.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Is
actually
he?
lost a bunch. Yeah.
Dan ran into Governor Walz while running the Twin Cities 10 mile.
Oh, was he also running the 10 mile?
Yeah.
Oh,
He took
Yeah,
a
when he
selfie.
was running for VP, he conjecture is that he did the GLP
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there
and
you
was
go.
all of a
everyone
sudden-
everyone in the world is taking it.
They're
Why not
doing a
him?
lot,
No,
no
they're-
question.
They're using that stuff for microdosing for all
Yeah.
kinds of different
Yeah,
health
yep.
things. I don't even know.
All right, is that going to do it?
Hang
That'll
on,
do
I
it.
want to tell you how much it would cost to fly to Honolulu. It's-
Oh, okay.
She said
Round
it's
trip.
specifically flying into Maui.
Oh, well.
if that helps.
Hey, flying to Honolulu is less expensive than flying to the West Palm Beach airport.
Doesn't surprise me.
$971.
Wow. Well, is that one way or round trip?
Is that round trip?
Wow,
And flying to PBI was $1,026.
that's insane.
It's
Unbelievable.
insane.
Well, I'll tell you.
So, Alex, those 4 days you go to Hawaii.
Yeah, just go to
I
Hawaii.
could, for less money, I could go fly to Hawaii for a 4-day
There you
weekend.
go.
God, that's just
That'd be worth
obscene. I do know that you have to book tickets 6 months in advance, otherwise you just get
Yes.
ripped
Yeah.
off closer and closer to your destination. 6 months
Yeah.
is really the minimum, otherwise it just starts going up like crazy.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true. All right, that is going to do it. We will catch up with you tomorrow.
See you Thursday.
Yep.
Looking forward
See
to it.
everybody Thursday.
Bye.
Got a picture in my noggin reminds me of this rose before. Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking